Here. What's going on, everybody? It's Tanya Oliver here, and today I want to talk to you guys about why vision boards are not working for you. Okay, so if you have been struggling with why am I not getting what I want, or why am I getting mixed things of I kind of wanted that, but it's not exactly what I wanted. There's a big reason behind why vision boards are not working for you, and today we're going to be discussing this live. Also, to let you know, we are having an encore for the goal setting workshop December 28th, right after Christmas, right after the holidays. So make sure you click the link in the bio and you get that workshop. People that have showed up, we had 50 people show up. It was amazing. They got so much clarity and value, which is the whole point of today. So today we're talking about why vision boards are not working for you. Okay. So here's where we go. Before we get started, though, make sure you share this post, tell your friends what's up, tell them what we're up to, what we're having conversation about. And of course, if I drop any diamonds in this series that we're going to be going live every single day, if I drop any diamonds on you guys, I want you guys to go ahead and put the comment below so that those tuning in maybe a little bit later on can be like, oh my gosh, that was a diamond dropped. All right. So we like to drop some diamonds. And that's just how it goes. So for those of you joining that I'm just meeting for the first time, my name is Tanya Oliver, and we're going to be talking about why vision boards do not work for you. Okay, there's a lot of things that people do not talk about as far as that goes. And the biggest reason when it comes to this stuff is if you understand what manifestation is about, sometimes people make it very wooey. I like to take things and make it very practical. So sometimes people have the very grounded and they have the very wooey. And a lot of the work that we do is we take it and we break it step by step and we make it very practical, actionable steps. It comes down to beliefs. What is it that I truly believe around what I want? Do I believe that I can have it? When I think about it for a moment, do I then shut it down? Do I shut it down because I believe maybe I'm not capable of achieving it, or I don't deserve to have it, or who am I? I'm not important enough to have what it is that I want. And if you do that for long enough, that starts to blur up your vision. And if you understand what true creation is, because we are creators, I actually had a really cool conversation with a new friend, and we had a 3-hour get together. And he was saying that some of the greatest artists in the world, some of the greatest, most successful artists in the world, take their work and they think of it as interpretations. And we're not the creators, but we're interpreters. So we take things based on inspiration of things we're seeing, like the ocean. So I went to the ocean this morning, the ocean, or colors, or whatever. And some of the greatest fashion designers, they plan out their stuff, or even movies, they plan it out years in advance. And then when the time is ready, it's actually ready to be launched because they're visionaries, they're futuristic thinkers. So how can we make sure that we can bring our visions into clarity to interpret it in a way? We have to, number one, have an elevated emotion about it. We actually have to believe that we can have what we want. And actually, before the belief comes the vision. So in this vision board workshop, or not the vision board, the goal setting workshop, we are creating a new internal GPS in your mind. So it's like if you think you're pulling out your phone and you're on Waze or you're on Google Maps and you're putting in that, in order to get to where you want to go, you have to have a clear address inside of your Waze, inside of your Google Map. You have to have an address, and then you hit go and it takes you there. You can't just be like, okay, take me somewhere cool. Take me somewhere amazing. You're going to be going nowhere. You're not going anywhere. So the moment you actually put a clear address inside of your Google Map or your Waze, and then you hit go, it's going to take you there. Is it always going to be a smooth process and journey? No. There's sometimes, today there might be some traffic. Today, depending on the time you go, there might be roadblocks, there might be obstacles, there might be something in the way that is going to delay the amount of time that you're going to get there, but it's still going to get you there. You might have to take some crossroads and take another path. but it's going to take you there because you're clear. You have a clear internal GPS. And that's a big part of, getting your vision board to become your reality. And you're just allowing time to catch up. And you're doing everything in that preparation phase. In that waiting phase is actually the preparation phase. What skill sets do I need to establish? What mindset do I have to establish? What do I have to overcome in order to become the type of person that can then sustain my next level upgrade, my next level of blessings? So what are the things that I need to do in the in-between phases until I get to celebrate the vision board that we're creating? Because everybody right now is creating vision boards, but they're not actually digging deep into okay, well, how can I sustain that? And if you're thinking about what this wooey word of manifestation is, just creation. Creation just means an elevated emotion, a clear intention, and massive action. Massive action, okay? But a lot of times during the process of stuff, our belief isn't there. Our belief isn't there, and we're not clear on where we're going. Or we start to get up and running. So can you guys relate to this? Maybe you're up and running and you're so hyped up, during the new year, it's the end of the year, we got new goals, new visions, and then the momentum. Majority of people fall off by February. 80% of people don't set goals. Out of the 20%, 14 of those flop off by February. And then the 6% are the only ones that really follow through. So I want to make sure that you guys start to raise up the statistics, because we need more achievers in the world. We need more people to believe in themselves, to accomplish what they want to accomplish. And so the main reason why, getting back to vision boards aren't working for you, is because when you're transitioning your beliefs and you're shape-shifting your beliefs, you have to change your relationship with what you want and your belief around what you want. And the more that you start to take action towards something, that builds up momentum, that builds up confidence, that builds up more clarity. And so we want to make sure that these are the things that you're really taking into consideration as you're starting to set your goals, as you're starting to create these vision boards. And it's a time where we're matching the external creation, the manifestation, the external stuff that we want with internal stuff. So we need to make sure that our external success matches up to our internal success, because a lot of times you might achieve all these things. Eventually, you're creating all these things and you're like, whoa, why do I still feel empty inside? Why do I still feel anxious? Why do I still feel sad? Why do I still feel these negative emotions? I thought my life would have changed by now. I'll give you a story. I was a great goal setter in high school, college, and I would say I was a manifestor not even knowing about it. And I would create, I remember one time I was competing and I did a bikini competition. I worked really hard and I was really miserable competing. There's a lot that goes into it when you got really, really big goals. It was really hard. And I did it and I competed and I got second place at 19 years old. I'd pivoted from my hockey career into getting into more fitness and body aesthetics and seeing where I could take my body, just to see how far can I take myself? Let me see, can I do this? And I set a goal, I achieved it, and I was like, okay, now what? And because I achieved it and I did not feel happy, I did not feel fulfillment, I felt miserable. I felt like I did not like it. I remember even creating they're called cellular impressions, when we have memorable experiences. If you can go back and you can see it as if it you're right there. The day before the show, I'm laying on the ground and my mom is spray tanning me. I'm buck naked. My mom, she's amazing. She was just spray tanning me. And because you have to literally so you can't wash, you can't shower, the competitors smell, trust me. So I'm being spray tan, and I sleep in the spray tan. It takes time to really absorb in the skin and then get darker. And I remember that moment laying down, I was like, I'd rather be fat than be skinny. And in that moment, for years, I created a new impression, and thinking that was the only way to get to my end destination. That for years, I then created eating disorders. I had gained 60 pounds. I struggled. I was imprisoned with my body. for about a good 10 years. And then I had to reprogram my belief system around that of the only way to achieve that body is to take that one path. And that path was so miserable. And I did it, but that path was so miserable that I was like, I'd rather be the complete opposite. So I'd rather be fat and have a lot of body fat percentage than ever do this again to myself because I'm miserable and I want to enjoy life. So I thought the only way to enjoy life was to just be fat. So then for 10 years, I had to work on reprogramming myself and creating a new lane and like healing from that cellular impression that I had created. And once I really understanding goals, I would achieve goals and they would be just like, I wouldn't feel fulfillment. I would achieve them, but I wouldn't feel fulfillment. So that was an unfulfilled goal setter. And I started understanding the different psychologies of goals. And finally, I'm like, whoa, how do I become an ultimate achiever? How do I become a confident achiever where I achieve my goals and I feel fulfillment and I feel happy? And then I keep rising. I keep creating new and big and better goals and creating who I want to create, changing the way that I run life, but like I'm in charge of it. It's not in charge of me. I control what I'm doing. It doesn't control me. And that's how I started really tapping into understanding beliefs around wanting what you want and why we set up backup goals and why we don't reach for what we really want and how to create a bigger vision beyond what you think you're capable of and creating that new internal GPS system. I'll give you another story. So I had a client, he's in my mastermind group, and he wrote a testimonial, so I'll share him. Seamus was in my mastermind group, and we were doing like understanding belief systems around what we want. And I noticed he wasn't thinking big enough for himself. He was setting he was doing like good goals, but he would go all in for somebody else's dreams and goals, but for his, he wasn't going all in. And he wasn't prioritizing himself, because one thing that you guys have to understand is you're a human being before you're a business. You're a human being before you're a mother, a father, a son, a daughter, whatever role you've taken on. Like you're an individual. And in order for amazing things to happen to you, in order for you to receive your blessings and for you to be really happy and confident and secure with who you are, you have to understand that you have to pour into you first. So before work and before all these other things, it's important to take care of you. There's work behind the work. There's work where like check your energy, check your, I froze for a second. Whoops. Let me see why this is doing this. Okay. So you're a human being before you're anything else. And it's really important to, so I have this, so anyway, my, I don't know why this is freezing. So I have one of my masterminders, we were going through the group, and he was, having a really hard time getting really clear on what he wanted for himself and, everything else as far as like the business and other people and relationships. And finally we got to the core belief around, level of importance. And I catch this with a lot of people, and this is something I even had to work on with myself, is we stop setting our real goals because we don't believe we're important enough to want what we really want. We don't believe that we're important enough to want what we really want. And something clicked in one of the sessions where we started working on limiting beliefs around our goals and limiting beliefs around creating a bigger vision for self. Because sometimes our goals are so big and we don't think that we're capable of doing it, or somebody else is doing it better than us. But really, like, we're the ones that need to do it, because God's planted those goals and those dreams and those desires inside of your heart for you to do it and to follow through. All right. And so finally, when something hit, he understood, like, wait a second, I am important. I do matter. The vision, the goals, the creation, everything he's up to now, he's like unstoppable. And I want to share this with you, is that your level of self-esteem, self-worth, sense of value, amount you like yourself, respect yourself, determine your entire quality of life. by Brian Tracy. Brian Tracy says your level of self-esteem, self-worth, sense of value, amount you like yourself, and respect yourself determine your entire quality of life. So this whole goal setting workshop, oh no, hold on, let me sign out and come back in. Thanks for letting me know, Joey. Can you, hold on, and now, discard video. Hold on. Sorry guys, I'm also on Instagram and it's giving me some stuff here. Let's do live. All right, hopefully we're back here. Okay, we're back. Let's try this again. All right, so as I was saying, so I had a client in the mastermind group. Once we broke through that deeper vision on the biggest block was that his belief was that he wasn't important enough. It changed the game for everything. The vision, the things that he's up to, what's going to happen this specific year is going to be insane. All right, insane. And the reason why the vision boards weren't working, the reason why when I used to do vision boards, they never worked, was because I had to change and he had to change the belief systems around wanting what you want. But before that, the vision was blocked. And if you think about what a vision board is a goal board. What do I want? It's a goal board. And then you're expanding so you can see it and you can program yourself every single day on wanting what you want. But if you don't believe you're important enough to receive, then just by your beliefs being shut down and you breaking yourself down, those visions are going to be blurred up and you're going to have like an invisible wall of like a fog. A few days ago, I walked out of my door and it was like a whole big cloud. Have you guys ever seen like a fog? We get them here in Florida. Like, you guys know what a fog is, where it's like just like straight out sky and it just, you can't see past certain view sites, but when it's clear, you can see above and beyond. Especially if you're at a high balcony, you can see like beyond. And that's what our vision's like. But if your beliefs are blocking your vision, then you can't even see. You can't even see because the thing that has to shift is our belief around ourselves. And Brian Tracy says this: your level of self-esteem, self-worth, sense of value, amount you like yourself, respect yourself, determine your entire quality of life. Entire quality of life. So this goal setting workshop and the Life Wheel workshop that I created was because we had to overcome and being able to not only teach myself, but teach my clients and my students, my masterminders, my inner circle, of how to see beyond the fog. When there is fog, how to break through the fog and to get clear on allowing yourself to want what you want and knowing that the more value you pour into yourself and the more you start to believe in your importance, it actually expands out everything else that you're doing in your life. It goes above and beyond because the more value you pour into you and the more that you see yourself as important, I'm the most important person in my life, and there's work that needs to be done before the work. There's work that needs to be done within me before the work of the business, before the work of the family, before the work of this. Because this is God-centered. This is you spending time with God within you. And the more full this is, and the more health this is, and the more you give yourself time to have that vision and that clarity, guess who else benefits from that? The business, the world, your family, your friends. All right? So that pouring into you, you get to give everyone else the best of you versus what's left of you. Get to give your business the best of you versus what's left of you. So the goal setting workshop we have, we're doing an encore on the 28th. The link is in my bio. It's tanyacoliver.com/goals. And we have to create a vision and an understanding of goals and reverse engineer them matching up our external success with our internal success and making sure there's a parallel there, understanding our beliefs and our limiting beliefs of what's blocking our blessings and preventing us from scaling into our next level upgrade. And this workshop's going to be on the 28th. Yes. It's going to be on the 28th. We had one, but a lot of people didn't know about it. So we're doing an encore. We actually closed it out. We started selling it. And I was like, you know what? I had a meeting with my team. I was like, you know, let's open it up again one more time. Cause everybody's talking about these vision boards and I'm like, people are just setting themselves up to fail because the internal GPS has to be clean and clear first. This has to be clean and clear for you to go beyond the fog so you can have a greater vision. A lot of times people have very weak vision boards because they are probably their backup boards. And I remember I used to make vision boards. People were like, do vision boards, and they make me mad. They make me angry because I didn't believe in them and I didn't believe in myself and I didn't believe that what I wanted I could actually have. And that's because a lot of times we got to pull out all those weeds first. Those weeds need to be pulled out so you can reap new seeds and harvest and nurture that new soil and make sure it's in the right soil. There was a story I once heard, I forget what came from, but I think found a story on one of the Instagram stories, and a woman was talking about a flower, and a flower cannot blossom from weak soil. You can do all you want. You can, feed it beautiful things and nurture it and have the sun. But if the soil is weak, if the soil is toxic, the flower will never blossom. So we have to clean up the soil. All right. We have to clean up the soil. The soil is in here. The soil is need to go above and beyond what we think we're capable of, but we also need to go above and beyond the fog. And so this new internal GPS, this goal setting workshop is going to be on the 28th. It is completely free. Make sure you share it with your friends. The link is in the bio and the link is also in the link below here. So click on that link, share it with your people. And also I want to talk about you two guys today. That's it. We're going to be going live every single day. I'm going to have something inspirational to say. If you guys have any questions as far as beliefs and going above and beyond and setting goals, that's what we're going to focus in on right now. Time auditing, why we're procrastinating, all those type of things. So I love you guys. Thank you so much for joining this live stream today. I'll see you guys tomorrow, and I hope you're enjoying your day so far. All right, you guys, I'll see you later. Bye.